Kate Middleton baby, Duchess of Cambridge gives birth to a 8 pounds 7 ounces brother for George and Charlotte. On St. George's Day, the Duchess of Cambridge has today given birth to her third child, a boy weighing 8 pounds 7 ounces. On St. George's Day, Kensington Palace announced that the baby was born at about 11 a.m., after Kate was taken by car before 6 a.m. to the private Lindo wing of St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London. The birth appears to have taken place without complications. The baby is fifth in line to the throne, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's sixth great-grandchild and a younger brother for Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Prince William was present for the birth, and both Kate and the child were doing well, according to a palace spokesman. Senior members of the royal family were said to be delighted with the news. Royal watchers had been expecting a swift delivery at the Lindo wing, with the child sharing a birthday with William Shakespeare and Lady Gabriella Windsor, the daughter of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. The self-proclaimed royalist town crier announced the birth on the steps of the Lindo wing, marking the moment by saying "God save the Queen." He drew cheers from the crowd of royal watchers outside the hospital. A palace spokesman said, "Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge was safely delivered of a son at 11:01 am. The baby weighs 8 pounds 7 ounces. The Duke of Cambridge was present for the birth. Her Royal Highness and her child are both doing well. The Queen, the Duke of Edinburgh, the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, Prince Harry and members of both families have been informed and are delighted with the news." The baby's sex was a surprise to William and Kate, who chose not to find out what they were having. The baby's title is His Royal Highness and he is a Prince of Cambridge. Kensington Palace said the name of the baby would be announced in due course, and a formal notice of the birth would be posted on the forecourt of Buckingham Palace. Celebrities and politicians have been sending their best wishes to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on social media. Prime Minister Theresa May sent her warmest congratulations to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on the birth of their baby boy. "I wish them great happiness for the future," she added. Mayor of London Sadiq Khan tweeted, "On behalf of Londoners, I want to send our warmest congratulations to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on the birth of their baby boy." Former world heavyweight champion boxer Frank Bruno MBE, and actress Mia Farrow were among the celebrity well-wishers on social media, while comedian David Walliams quipped, "Prince Harry just got demoted again." Earlier, excitement was building outside St. Mary's Hospital, where some fans had been camped out for 15 days hoping for a glimpse of the royal baby. The timing of today's announcement that Kate had gone into labor, falling on St. George's Day, added to the occasion for waiting royalists outside. John Lowry, 63, who is part of a group who have been camped outside the hospital, said, "We are so pleased. We have been here for 15 days. I'm so pleased it's St. George's Day." St. George himself would be very pleased if the baby's born today. Mr. Lowry, from Streatham, South London, said he plans to celebrate the birth with English flags and a portion of fish and chips. "It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl as long as it's a healthy baby and a healthy mother," he said. "It's very good for our country and of course Her Majesty the Queen." Another member of his group, 82-year-old Terry Hutt, also welcomed the news. "It's fantastic to have another newborn baby," said Mr. Hutt, who turns 83 at the end of the month and was hoping to share his birthday with the new royal. "If they were born on my birthday, I would have got a birthday cake." Maria Scott, 46, from Newcastle, added, "I think it's going to be a boy and I think it's going to be quick." The group were talking in front of their makeshift camp, including royal memorabilia and a Union flag tent. The Duchess is being cared for by consultant obstetrician Guy Thorpe Beeston, who is the surgeon gynecologist to the household, and consultant gynecologist Alan Farthing, the Queen's surgeon gynecologist, part of the trusted team who delivered George and Charlotte. Highly trained midwives were also on hand, while experts were waiting in the wings in case of an emergency. For her previous births, Kate had a 23-strong team of top medics working or on standby from Imperial College Healthcare NHS Trust, which runs St. Mary's Hospital. Theatre staff were ready, along with a lab technician, replacement anaesthetists and pediatricians, a backup for the consultant, and workers from a special baby care unit. Today, press pens opened outside the hospital as journalists, Photographers and camera crews waited for confirmation of the baby's arrival. Royal watchers were expecting a swift delivery. With George, the Duchess gave birth 10.5 hours after being admitted to hospital, but Charlotte was born just 2 hours and 34 minutes after Kate arrived at the Lindo wing. The birth was declared in both conventional and contemporary ways. An announcement was emailed to the press and a celebratory tweet posted on the Kensington Palace Twitter feed, @Kensington Royal. There is also the traditional custom of placing a framed paper proclamation on an ornate gold stand behind the iron railings of Buckingham Palace. Just like with her first and second children, Kate had been hoping for a natural birth and did not know whether she was having a boy or a girl. Bookmakers were also waiting to see whether they have to pay out on the name, delivery date, hair color and weight of the baby. Predicted names include Alice, Alexandra, Elizabeth, Mary and Victoria for a girl and Arthur, Albert, Frederick, James and Philip for a boy. George and Charlotte may visit the hospital to see their mother and baby sibling, just as George did when his younger sister was born 3 years ago. But it depends how quickly Kate wants to head home. While Kate was in labor, George and Charlotte were likely to be cared for by their full-time, live-in nanny, Maria Theresa Turrion-Balrallo. The Duchess's pregnancy was announced by Kensington Palace on September 4 last year. Kate again suffered from extreme pregnancy sickness hyperemesis gravidarum. She went on maternity leave on March 22, but the Duchess, and her large bump, attended an Easter Sunday church service in Windsor with the royals on April 1. She has joked that William is in denial about having a third child. Although the Queen has 4 children, the Duke is the first future king to have a third for more than 120 years. In 1897, George V, then the Duke of York, welcomed a daughter, Princess Mary, the younger sister of Edward VIII and George VI. Unlike William, George V never expected to be king and only became heir to throne when his older brother, the Duke of Clarence and Avondale, died from flu in 1892. Kate's stylist Natasha Archer is spotted leaving the Lindo wing just 4 hours after the Duchess was admitted to hospital ahead of the royal baby's arrival. The Duchess of Cambridge's personal stylist has been spotted leaving the Lindo wing just hours after the royal was admitted to hospital in the early stages of labor. Natasha Archer, who has been working with the royals for almost 10 years, left St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington just after 10 a.m., after Kate went into labor in the early hours this morning. Ms. Archer, who is married to Getty Images official royal photographer Chris Jackson and helps Kate meticulously plan her outfits for official engagements and overseas tours, was wearing a pair of brown patterned trousers and black knitted jumper. The royal aide was originally hired as Kate's personal assistant and, according to insiders, was officially tasked with making the Duchess look more regal as per the Queen's request. She first caught the world's attention when she joined royal hairdresser Amanda Cook Tucker entering the Lindo wing after the birth of Prince George in 2013, and was rumored to be responsible for picking out the now iconic blue and white polka dot dress that Kate later stepped out in. Tash, as she is known among friends, has been credited with having a hand in Kate's style, and the Duchess is said to admire her own fashion sense and trusts her eye for clothes. She orders things online and calls in clothes for Kate from designers and the high street. A privately educated university graduate, Ms. Archer went to Uppingham boarding school, before reading Hispanic Studies at King's College London. She recently celebrated her first wedding anniversary, having tied the knot with Mr. Jackson in April 2017 at Château Rigaud, a medieval French mansion near Bordeaux. Confirming the engagement in 2016, Mr. Jackson wrote on Instagram, "I'm definitely punching above my weight." He has been courting Ms. Archer since 2015 and adds of his proposal, "Apparently, it was a long time coming.